What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Sorry about the coughing. Allergies and shit are just everywhere right now. And as based upon the title of today's video, today I'm going to be discussing about my job working at Applebee's and the pros and cons of it. So I'm not going to do like a Q&A or anything like that because y'all don't really comment much on my videos, but I am going to say this, like some commonly questions you guys might be thinking in your head, and I'm going to answer them right now for you guys. All right, so the first one is, so you guys might be asking me, Arrow Hoodie, what position do you work at Applebee's? Well, I actually work as the car side to go specialist. So, fun fact about how I got this job is, I was in search of a job after ghosting my shifts at a different Whataburger location, and I was in desperate search of a job, right? So I applied for a to-go position at Applebee's. I mean, at first I didn't really want to work there because I heard like horror stories about the management at my location and shit. But so my manager called me and she asked me if I'm still interested in the position, right? And then I get the first interview, and then I go back the next day, like 2 days later, when the other manager's there, and I tell him about what I did. Although that manager doesn't work there anymore, but yeah, I got the job there, so I like my job. I honestly love my job, y'all. I try and arrive there pretty early, like probably about like 30 minutes to an hour before my shift, just because, I'm dedicated and committed to working as a to go at Applebee's. And the main reason for that is because I'm actually hoping to get in some of the Applebee's commercials to actually kickstart my entertainment career, which is a fun fact. Um, so, yeah, that's why I like the job. I try and do a lot of things. I just love it. I love working with customers and all that kind of stuff. And here is actually some of the things that I do on my shift. So this was actually given to me recently. Give me just 1 second to unload everything. So this was given to me. Um, might be kind of difficult for you guys to see it. Oh, there it is. This is the Applebee's to go T-shirt. This is the front, and I guess right here is the back. I wear this when I'm on shift, and I was actually given this recently to wear. So the uniform standard is that to go shirt, like you guys just saw, black pants, a black belt, and the black non-slip shoes. And yeah, so that's my uniform. And then you guys might be wondering how I clock in every day. All right, so basically, give me just one moment. Okay, so basically, I use this backpack to hold everything. All right, so this is my Applebee's key card. It's what I use to clock in and out of the store every day that I'm working there because I usually work Wednesday through Sunday evenings at my location. And it is what I use to clock in and out of the store. It's pretty cool. So you swipe it, and there's a menu that says clock in. I can either choose Expo or to go. I obviously choose to go, and then I choose carry out to make sure that I'm in the right position because there was a time yesterday, in fact, where I actually chose the bar stool option instead of carry out to where I had to clock out and then I had to clock back in and shit. So, yeah, that was something. But yeah, this is also the card. Not only do I use to clock in, but also to keep track of orders, to close tickets, to take orders, all that kind of stuff. And if my manager allows me, I will make a separate video for you guys about like what the POS system of Applebee's looks like. But that's only going to be done if the manager on duty allows it to be done. But yeah, also, just a disclaimer for anybody who's working with Applebee's and sees this. This video is not represented by the company at all. This does not represent the opinions of Applebee's Corporation or the company or the franchise I work for. This is just my opinion about working in the position myself. Anyways, so the pen you guys see me right here, the reason that this is important, yes, it might seem like a standard pen to y'all, but to me, the reason I have it out is because like I need it in order to like write down the bags. Like we get multiple orders with like 5 million different things in them, right? So I have to write down like, hey, this is bag number one of something, and then I write the total number of drinks down. I like the simplicity of it, y'all, because I used to work Whataburger curbside before this, so I get in the groove pretty easily. But yeah, this is the pen that I use, and then of course they give me a name tag. Yes, my real name's Nathaniel, but a lot of y'all know me as Arrow Hoodie. This is the name tag that they give me. The Applebee's logo disappeared. It got fizzled out because of consistent use of wearing it and being in my backpack and shit. But I wear this alongside my uniform, and I bring this card, and I bring this pen. And so, yeah, that's the uniform for Applebee's. Give me just 1 second to put this away. So, a lot of y'all might be asking me, Arrow Hoodie, how much do you get paid? Give me 1 moment. Okay, so I actually get paid. So an average to go person is going to get paid 10 to 12 hours an hour, $10 to $12 an hour at almost any location. Like I get paid 11.25 an hour. It was supposed to be 11 an hour, but I get paid 11.25 an hour in my area because of my experience with Whataburger and shit, which is nice. I definitely like it. I mean, yes, I get paid like every. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the bruh. Anyways, I don't know what's going on with my coughing and shit. It's driving me nuts. But yeah. Um as I was gonna say, I get paid 11.25 an hour. And y'all might be asking me, do I make a lot in tips? Honestly, the servers make a lot more in tips than me, but then again, they only get paid like $2.15 an hour, so they make a lot less hourly than I do. But let me just give a handful because I have so much that I made in tips so far. Like this isn't even half of it, y'all, but this handful right here is about how much I've made in tips at Applebee's. Like it's just insane. Like I keep all of my cash in this drawer right beside me right here. I don't spend it. I spend the money that comes on my checks, yeah, but I don't actually spend the cash tips. I'm trying to save those for like buying Christmas presents for other people or some shit like that, you know? Like I make like tips every day? Some of y'all might be asking me. I would say honestly not every day because we get a lot of DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats orders and shit. But I do make pretty good. Like there have been nights where I've made like $30 in tips and shit. It's pretty decent. I like the job. So some of y'all might be asking me, what is like the typical duties of a to-go expert? Okay, so basically, what I have to do when I clock in, so there's like a station where you have all these lids and stuff. I gotta go in and I gotta like take all the lids, like the small lids, the medium lids, and the lids for the little Applebee's to go red containers, restock all those. I have to restock the container lids, which there are multiple different ones. There's the square lids, the oval lids, and the large lid, which is going on currently for a limited time only Ultimate Trio. Um, I restock those lids, and then I also help the servers out by restocking ice for the fountain machine. I will restock the large and small cups that I used to put to go sodas in and shit. I also help to clean any of the skillet boards. And also, I forgot to mention this too, but I'm not only a to go expert, but I also am like an expediter, which means that I help to run out any of the food that might be necessary for this. For like, say a server needs something random like table 42 or something, I'll grab the food for table 42 and help run it. I portion fries on the plate. No, just a disclaimer. I don't cook the fries. There's just a bowl that I just put the fries on the plate and I serve it to the customers. And yeah, I also help with garnishments. Like a lot of the pastas and the garlic mash comes with parsley, so I'll put parsley on that. Our wonton tacos come with cilantro and a lime, so I'll end up putting that on there. And our seafood comes with a lemon, so I'll put that. So it's a pretty easy job. I like it. Oh yeah, and I also help take out trash, but that's pretty standard for almost any restaurant, in all honesty. But yeah, so a lot of y'all also might be asking me, um, do I personally think that I'm gonna stay there? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay here for probably. My plan is to actually stay with the company for about 2 to 3 years. I'm hoping that with this job, I can get into commercials and get into national television through those commercials, so that way I can build up some real footage and submit to a talent agency. And I'm gonna work with my area manager to see if she knows anybody that can actually get me into the Applebee's commercials. But yeah, anyways, y'all, that's my life of working at Applebee's. But now let's discuss the pros and cons. Okay, so the first pro that I'm gonna start with, definitely the fact that you get tips. Like tips are just make the job so much more fucking enjoyable. Like a lot of the servers don't necessarily want to work to go simply because like they just I guess it's because of their hourly rate. Like they see it as, well, it's not my job, which is understandable, which is why I'm the person that does it a lot. I mean, I love to go personally. I think it's my favorite position in the world, in all honesty. Um I like it over there. Can we stop? Oh my God. Anyways, I like the position overall. I think it's pretty good. That's the first pro. Second pro is this can vary by location, but at my location, I have great coworkers. Like we're all family here. We do our jobs and stuff. Yes, there are quite a few that I'm not going to name that I've had either had in the past or currently work with that are just not very good and just don't do their job correctly. But for confidentiality reasons, I can't name them. But obviously, there are going to be people like that in a restaurant setting. Um, so there are people like that, but overall, I like the family aspect that we are family. That's what I felt at Whataburger. And when I was at the retirement home for 10 months before moving over to the second Whataburger location, I didn't really feel that. So I'm glad to be in a position again where I actually like it and there's a family aspect and all that kind of stuff. So that's the other pro. And the other pro too, and this really stressed me out. So I quit Whataburger because the fry station was not working properly for me. But I really like the fact that Applebee's has it to where you choose the position you want versus a normal fast food restaurant. They just throw you in whenever, wherever. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't really like that aspect because it's just I just don't really like it. It's just a lot of stress, especially being under heat and fryers and shit. And as y'all can see, my acne's actually cleared up, not just because of that, but also because of this Cab Trio medicine. By the way, this is not a sponsor of the video. I'm just showing you what I use as my medicine to take care of my face and stuff. This is what I use, and it actually really helps considering that I am in the restaurant business, all the acne and stuff that I can get. But yeah, I just honestly just said that in case you are wondering how my face is cleared up so fucking fast. But yeah, the family aspect and the fact that you get to choose your own position. Now, ending with the video with this cons may not necessarily ending the video with the cons may not necessarily be the smartest idea, but I don't really have a lot of cons honestly about it. The only con I can actually say is that when it gets slow, it gets really boring there because Applebee's, especially my location, doesn't get nearly as much business as Chili does. Chili's does. So basically, it's a lot. It can be very slow. Like last week on a Wednesday, because I usually work Wednesday through Sunday evenings, as I said earlier. Last Wednesday, I had to wait an hour and 15 minutes before I got another order. Let me just tell y'all, that was something else. So that's the only thing I don't like about the job is that it can be very slow. I like it when it's busy because it keeps me entertained and gives me stuff to do and all that. So Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about working at my Applebee's job. If my manager allows, I will end up recording a video for you guys about what the Applebee's POS system looks like, and I'll show you guys a video of my station and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. And y'all remember, loyal fans only. Yes, sir.